bouncy. It's a little worn out. Guys, girls, government, everybody else that's watching, I'm pretty freaking excited. I mean, this brings me back to my childhood. I grew up on these machines. These things are freaking awesome.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my...
Good morning, YouTube world. We're gonna go look at a four-wheeler today. A little something different for y'all. We got the family with us. Hello. We're bringing guys along for the cruise. Hopefully we pick it up. It's a LT250 QuadRacer. They were fast quads back in the day. I owned more than I can count. Had a couple of the LT500s, Quadzillas, death machines. That building's wild. Ooh, here we are. I'll unveil it with you. Check it out, guys. True barn find. Oh, that's cool.
It was in the back covered up. So yeah,
It's like a blast from the past, man.
Yeah, it was way in the back covered up. I just pulled it out yesterday. My wife's like, I'm trying to get rid of some of it.
It's like high school all over again.
Yeah.
Kidding. I'm glad you saved it for me to get here, man.
Got fresh oil in it. You know, hit it with starter fluid that far off.
I don't know. I'll bring it home and go through it
Your
first.
little brother was sleeping right now, but he's the last one to ride it.
Yeah.
Took it from the front yard. This hose blew off. Blew the water out. We shut it off.
All right.
So that's it. So I put fresh oil in it. Put it back up. Then I started painting frame blue. We got to pull it apart, paint it blue, and I put it back. Right there. It's never sat.
I was looking up, man, I get plastic for these. They're almost $1,000 now. I was like,
I'll
God,
buy it
that's
on-
crazy.
if you want.
Yeah, definitely. I'll take his
I'll
number.
give you a number for a dude. He's in Ocala.
Paranoid, I swear a boy is born in English. Can I walk a straight path? Not many can say that. I like to play fast. Cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine. I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb. I think that the man that's deep inside is what defines.
I'm coming, buddy.
So I won't give up, I'll make it to the
I'm coming.
top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I won't get back up. Cause I don't
You're okay, buddy, you're okay.
The road ahead is tough. They try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. You're silently scared, but you figure it out.
Hey, just a little shop update. We're gonna try painting the ceiling and stuff. We had to do a dump run, and we got lucky. We went to a dump and they had a bunch of free white, paint. How you beat that? We already got done with the first half gallon we got for free. Well, not done. We're started. But I mean, 3 half-gallon jugs of paint for free. That's like $40, guys, girls. Not the master painter out here today. No, she's inside. It's too hot for her, the little one. She's the master painter. She's not out here. But yeah, you guys probably don't really care, but we gotta give you a shop update if you're watching. Why would you check that thing out? It is like a blast from the past. This thing is sweet. It's missing a lot of stuff. It's all just laid on there. Missing the motor mount, air box, stuff like that. A bunch of bolts and nuts. Seat bracket, that's just sitting on there. It's nothing to hold it down right. Cover and everything. But this thing was stolen from the guy, and he got it recovered in a box. He pieced it back together, and then it just sat in the corner of his garage workshop. So we're gonna see if we can slowly piece it back together here and fire the old girl up. 2-stroke. These things are animals. It's a 250cc. Now this is the little sister. The big sister was the LT500, and it was a 500cc single cylinder death machine. They were insane, awesome machines, hard to find, very rare. These 250s though, these things are awesome. They're fun. I mean, I loved them. Can't really beat them for what they are, you know. And Suzuki makes a good quad, name brand.
And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this.
Hey, well that was a lot faster than expected, especially when there's no bolts and nuts at all included and nothing's bolted down. Sort of just falls off. This plastic's pretty roached out too, guys. But hey, we got it stripped down. We got it all sprayed up, so stuff's a little bit lubricated. I guess we'll rip the carburetor off, maybe spray that down a little bit. Check the fluid, the oil. I know there's no coolant in there. I looked in there the other day, it's just all corrosion. So maybe we'll try to flush that a little bit. Who knows? Let's get back to it.
So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push your...
Well, the tires all took air, surprisingly. I think we might be missing a tooth or two or a couple on that sprocket, so hopefully that'll last for a test ride. We're also missing a motor mount, which is actually very, very important, so we'll have to build that. Missing a couple exhaust clamps, a couple exhaust springs are gone. I think we're missing a lot of little trinkets and stuff, but we'll figure it out and we'll still get it running so we can at least test drive her. I mean, death machine or not, we're gonna take a rip around that field. Oh, we got lines are all clogged up with mud nests. She'll be fun, but it's a Suzuki, so I mean, we know it's gonna run. Check out the plastic. This stuff is whooped. I mean, can you tell that it's 30 years old? This stuff's so thin, I don't even know if we can try to fix it. Just zip tie it together. Here's a sad part though. Look at the seat. Somebody bought a nice seat cover and didn't even attempt to put it on there good. I mean, I guess it looked better than having a ripped up seat, but I mean, a few extra minutes and it probably would have looked awesome. I'm just gonna pull the carburetor apart a little bit, guys. Do a half cleanup job on it. Like the old twist wires. I've never had luck twisting wires like that. Then again, I zip tie a lot of things as hose clamps and that works. Sorry for all the ting-tang-tonging. That thing's freaking packed, so we'll clean that out, or maybe we'll just find a new hose for it. Well, it's got old gas in the carburetor still, so I mean, really thick two-stroke gas. You guys see that? Hopefully you can see it. I need a rag. Stay with me, don't freaking run away. I don't know why you guys run away. All right, I'm back. That wasn't long. It didn't take too long. Oh, I don't want to take this thing all apart. Let's just see what it looks like down here. Everything's, they're all stripped, but a little fatty. Probably be easier if I just pull the throttle cable off. I don't feel like it. Plus, if I pull the throttle cable off, I gotta stand at the bench. Where if I do it over here, I can sit on the tire. Plus, it brings me back to my childhood. I didn't have a garage when I was growing up. My first workshop was an old pop-up camper that we took all the sides off of because the canvas was all shot, gutted the whole thing out, and I literally put one back wall on it. Just one back wall. The other three walls were wide open. I would sit in there for days stripping my four-wheelers down, sanding them, painting the frames. Oh, good times. I once put an LT500 engine on an LT250 frame. I also put that same LT500 engine on one of the Suzuki LT230 frames. They had a little gas tank like over here. They were small four-wheelers, guys. And I'll put this insanely fast freaking engine on it. I took a 4-cylinder motorcycle once when I was younger. We cut that all up and we put that on a 4-wheeler frame. I've turned 3-wheelers into snowmobiles. I've turned 3-wheelers into go-karts. I've done a lot of stuff in my life, guys. I'm always trying to build something since I was just a wee little snot. I don't know, I almost feel... I don't know what that stuff is. Alright, well, the flavor today is Berryman. Why? Because, well, my brother thought he was buying a can of Berryman for the fuel tank, and he was buying carbon choke cleaner in a spray can, so... I mean, I don't know, everything's all oiled, so we'll take that as a good sign, right? It's awfully nasty, though. Alright, I'm gonna get a wire brush. You guys don't need to watch me completely do this. Look, I'm gonna pull this stuff out one by one, pull the float out, which is actually doing float things. I'm just gonna spray this all down. I'm gonna put it all back together. I'm gonna put it back on the machine. Then when we get it all back on the machine, we'll probably pull the spark plug and I don't know if we'll pull the compression tester out. Maybe. It's not that hard. It's only 1 cylinder. So maybe we'll do that, see what the compression is. Or we'll put the finger over it and see if it's got the old finger compression. Check for spark, and I guess we'll see if she'll fire it. No, I got some more stuff to tighten up. The electrical's touching the exhaust, so we got to redo that first.
When they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. Then it's your chance to be ruthless.
Okay, I got good news and I got bad news. The good news is 3 of the tires held there. We got sidetracked yesterday. I'll show you what we bought in a few seconds. You guys are gonna have to tune in for future videos on them. You'll enjoy them, I think, or you won't. Either way, tune in anyways. So, good news is 3 tires held there. 1 went flat. Also, good news, we have spark. Bad news, this spark plug is not. This does not belong to this 4-wheeler. This is not the right spark plug. I don't think you guys can really see in there, but that's not, I don't even know how the spark plug is gonna seal in there. Like, that's stripped, that head's screwed up, unfortunately. We're gonna make it work. I don't know how yet, but she's got compression, at least according to the old finger test. So, that's cool too. This thing's, I'm gonna say this thing's been ridden, and it's been ridden hard, because just about every bolt and nut and well, they're all different sizes now. They're all stripped out. Yeah, like the Phillips, well, they're round. They take a vice grip to get off. All right, so I was in the middle of working on that LT250 yesterday. I blew up all the tires, started cleaning the carburetor, and the wifey came in. So I took a little break and I got on the old marketplace, and it got me. I'm on there for 2 seconds, and next thing you know, I'm running out hooking up the trailer. Check out what we found. Got a 1988 RS Camaro. 10 years, little girl sat in the bushes. I had to rescue her, so she's gonna make a really good future video. And the square body. Oh boy, is that truck sexy. So I got another surprise for you. At the same place, we ended up scoring a 1976 Corvette. Some say it's the last year of the Stingrays. This thing's like a time capsule. This thing's pretty sweet. It needs a lot of work. I can't show you no more of it. You're gonna have to tune in. It's just, you gotta tune in every week to see what video we're gonna do or what we're working on this week. But I wanted to show you how I got squirreled yesterday. Okay, I know this is an old plug. It's dirty, but this is what I always ran in my QuadRacers. I had to go dig one out so I could show you guys. A BR8ES. That's what I've always ran in my Suzukis. Now, I want you to look at the difference. Look how much longer that is. And I don't know how well we can see it on the camera. Look how much fatter this one is. Like, I don't know what they did inside that head, but it looks like there's 2 freaking threads holding it on. I'm gonna put a little gasket sealer on here, and no, that's not right. and re-gap this thing and screw it back in there and hope for the best for now. Other than that, I'm really not sure what to do there. That's not good. Well, we had rear brakes bleeding out for a few seconds, but then I noticed it was leaking right here. So I figured I'd just try to give it a little snug right there. But unfortunately, like everything else on this well-used Suzuki LT250, she's stripped out too, so no back brakes. I think we might have a little bit of front brakes, but that's fine. I got 6 open acres. I really don't need the brakes. Well, I got the carburetors all back on there and all hooked back up. I got all the wire and tied up away from the exhaust for the most part. I did have back brakes, but we blew that line out. But hey, we got front brakes, they're working. I still have to fill their coolant. And I thought we were gonna get lucky because it's a plastic gas tank and it was empty. So I was like, oh yeah, cool, just have to put gas in it, right? Wrong. Old gas cap. See that? Gas cap's all rusty and nasty and it's all falling inside the tank. So I'm gonna put some gas in the tank and shake it around, swishy swishy, and dump it out. And I'll take a wire wheel or brush to this, clean it up, some brake clean, and she'll be good to go. But I think we're almost ready to start it. And I mean, I don't see why it won't start. It's got finger compression. It's got a really worn out carburetor, so it might not run perfect. But we want to do a couple laps around the field, really. I mean, we just want to ride it. Really bad. Really, really bad. I really want to ride it. So let's cross our fingers she fires up. I'm going to get the gas tank cleaned out and stop ranting and blah, blah, blah.
Anytime I make some progress, I can see that they compare.
Okay. I got bad news. I'll show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. Ready? Don't get mad, this is orange. It's some used antifreeze I drained out of something else that I was working on, okay? You're not worried about that. Watch right there. Look at that. See that? Okay, watch. Well, the plug is not sealing in the head. And we got some coolant leaking. So, unfortunately, I'm not even sure how we're gonna start this thing or if it's gonna run. Oh, might not have got a good deal. Now, I paid $1,000 for this. It sounds like a lot of money, but you can't find the LT250s anymore. And when you do, they're like $3,000 plus. So, that's bad, fellers. That sucks. I'm upset. Can you see? I was really hoping to ride it. I mean, we can probably fix it, right? What do we do about that damn spark plug? Okay. All right. I don't know. I got to think about this for a little bit. Oh, I had to fill the gas tank up. It was nasty. So, oh, I don't even have it in here. See, I'm freaking so upset, forgot what I'm doing. Well, I had to fill the gas tank up with water. See it out there drying in the sun? Because the inside, it was just nasty. The petcock was all plugged up. So I flushed that out and we got that all working and she's almost dry. So I figured I'd put the coolant in and, you know, blow up the tire and get excited and get my hopes smashed down. I mean, I wonder if it's supposed to be a son of a gun, guys, son of a gun. And the plug's not sealing. I didn't think it was gonna. I did put some RTV gasket sealer or whatever on it, Permatex, but that didn't work. All right, I'm gonna think about this. Okay, look, after further investigation, this might have been a bleeder hole for the coolant so you can bleed all the air out. That was completely packed full with, I don't know, paint and primer and maybe some putty, I'm not sure, but. So I found this bolt that screws in there and I'll put this little washer, rubber washer, gasket on a bolt like this with an extra nut and she threads in there. So hopefully that'll seal that up. Now, I'm not sure Can you see all that? Okay. I'm not sure how to seal that spark plug up yet. So I'll get back to you when I think of an ideal for that one. Okay, this is not the right way, but this is what we're gonna try because I wanna see this thing run. At least I'd like to know if the training, everything else is good. I might have to buy a head for it. Maybe we can do one of those Healy coils, you know, you drill it out, you freaking screw it in, and it gives you a new spark plug thread. I'm not sure. I'll probably get on eBay and see if I can find a used head for it, but I still wanna see if it'll fire. So, I got a little rubber O-ring. I don't know if this is gonna work yet. And I got some Teflon tape or whatever it's called. This is not the right way to do this, people, but there's like an 1/8 inch of threads left in there, and it's not sealing up. And like I said, I'm sure you guys want to see it start and rip around the field as much as I do. Hopefully it don't shoot this thing out of the freaking head in between my legs while we're riding it, but there's a frame and there'll be a gas tank there to sort of protect me. Another thing before I forget, I think these things are 32 to 1 or something like that for fuel mixture for 2-stroke. You can run them rich. It's better to be rich than, you know, blow them up. I'd rather follow a spark plug. I really don't want to follow one of these plugs because, you know, I don't know what to do to get one of them or how it's. I'll go to the store. I'll get a couple if it'll work. But either way, here's another thing that I would recommend. See, this is just cheap 2-stroke oil, 2-stroke engine mix for your gas, right? It's 32 to 1. I'd mix it rich anyways, you know, I don't know, 40 to 1, something like that. But this off-brand or cheaper brand 2-cycle mix, I always recommended it. Mix it a little extra anyways. It'd be different if you were going and getting some name brand stuff. That stuff's a little better, but you know, when you Super Tech, you know, nice cheap Walmart brand, just make it a little rich. It'll save you money in the long run. But it's not blowing bubbles anymore, so I think it's good enough to fire on. If it's not, we're gonna find out together when we're recording.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no, I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up, it's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror and he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel.
Alright, look, you drill little holes and you put little zip ties through and it looks like little stitching. I think it looks pretty cool. I got carried away and I took their fix off because it was bugging me. I squirreled. I'm sorry, I squirreled. I thought it would look better if we just freaking take it off and drill a bunch of holes and put zip ties on it. I didn't like all the black tape. We're gonna Frankenstein it. This thing's beat up. It's been ridden hard. I mean, really hard. Which, that's what this thing was built for. It wasn't built to freaking sit in the shed. These things were built to ride. I was just on eBay looking up a head for it, and I can't find one. I found one for an 86 for 40 bucks. I was like, that's cheap. I went on the interwebs and I found one. It said 109 bucks for this. I clicked on it, but it keeps going to a blank page, like the page don't exist no more. So I guess I'll look into like a Healy coil or something, and maybe I can fix this head. If not, I'll keep my eyes open on old Craigslist or Marketplace and see what I can find. I'm also gonna keep my eyes open for some plastic because it was like $800, almost $1,000 for plastic and everything online. I wasn't gonna do it because of this little piece, but I don't know, we'll figure it out. That looks way better than a bunch of freaking black tape if you ask me. Problem is this plastic's so freaking dry and brittle, and I'm trying to drill it and it wants to, well, I guess it's not that bad. It's not acting like it wants to retract, but. All right, I know we're missing a piece right here. I'm a professional redneck. I will cut all the ends off of the zip ties. It looks way better. Cut them off. Be a professional. Don't be a hack. That looks way better than the freaking big old piece of black tape in there. I gotta get the seat on. I might have to build a seat bracket. I might say nah and just throw the seat on and hope it stays on for the ride. Oh, that's way better. She don't look bad. Don't you worry about that strap. We're missing a freaking seat hold down, so at least the seat won't go flying off while we're trying to rip it around. Well, we don't know if we're gonna rip her around yet. We still got our fingers crossed. So we got front brakes, no back brakes. I think the spark plug might stay in there and seal a little bit. I'm not sure. So I didn't know how to measure my oil. Now I was about to run inside and steal the measuring cups from the wifey before she could tell. And I realized I had paint mixing cups. So I just used them to mix or to measure my oil. Check this out. A lantern. It's red glass. Tell me that's not cool. Pretty neat. Anybody know how old it is? If you do, you know, go put it down in the comments. We're curious. We were out garage sailing, sort of. Well, okay, we were actually going by them Camaro and the Corvette, and the guy had some yard stuff he was selling. That's how we got them. Look at that Camaro. You can see it over there. You just gotta, you know, squint. Are you all ready? We're gonna see if this thing floods out. And we're gonna see if it'll start, hopefully, maybe. Oh, no, we're not. It's already flooded. Dang. So, I did notice while I was messing with this thing and cleaning the carb, that somebody beat the hell out of the carb, so hopefully that'll... Well, I think it worked. Maybe. This way, hold that. Oh, if I can start it right up, holy cow. I didn't think it was gonna start right up. That's cool. Oh man, that's awesome. What you got here now? Whoops. That's sweet. You think we blew the spark plug up? No, spark plug's still in it. Let's try it again. Well, I got my heart pounding. I haven't rode a two-stroke in. Ooh. Should have left the back fender off. Well, she fired right up, which was like extremely surprising, but she also was revving really high, and she pretty much shut right off. I pulled the spark plug out. I don't know if you guys can see how, I don't know, it was soaking wet, but it's got a little bit of a fuel smell, but more like a water smell. But nothing's coming, like it ain't just pouring out when you kick it over. So I don't know, we'll let that dry a little bit. I'll re-clean the spark plug, remake a gasket because the threads in there are completely shot. Now remember, I showed you this is the wrong plug, completely wrong, and this thing, there's only like 2 threads in there. It's not good. Here's another thing I noticed. My kicker was falling off. Well, they broke the bolt in there, so I guess maybe eventually I'll have to try to drill that out, and hopefully I don't lose the kickstart. It wouldn't be the first one I lost. So I'm gonna dry that cylinder out and dry the spark plug off and hope that it'll fire back up, because that was pretty cool that she fired it up. Like, I was super excited. Oh my god, I didn't know what to do. Popped her in first gear, and I'm hoping that was user error. Like, I hope I messed up, because it felt like it kept popping out when I went to take off. But it did jump out the door for a second. So hopefully that was just me not remembering how to shift right. So I don't know, we'll get back to you guys. I took a piece of sandpaper, E-grit, and I rejuvenated the spark plug. And then I rewrapped it with some Teflon tape and another rubber gasket, because this thing's just marred out in there like I showed you guys earlier. I'm gonna try to get a helicoil and hope that works, but I think they drilled this hole out quite a bit, so I don't know how that's all gonna work out. But we'll give it a shot. But for now, I mean, we need to do something today. At least like one quick lap. I don't want to go too far. I'm afraid to pop it out of the last 3 threads it's got. All right, let's cross our fingers. Let's roll it out of the freaking garage. I don't know. You can fire right up again. No. Alright, I gotta get a plug or something for it. Damn. We tried. She wants to, guys. Girls. I was just following that old plug right out instantly. That's just a 2-stroke, extra 2-stroke mix. Don't worry about that. Dang, getting so excited and then crash. She wants to so bad, so bad. My rider. My foot's gonna fall off. I should put boots on. Hey, you should all be happy. Look, I got freaking work boots on instead of sandals. She went. Holy cow. She's like half wide bore. That was awesome. Whew. Yeah. Hell yeah, she goes. She's not running right, but dang. She went. Woo. Oh, guys, that was freaking awesome. All right. Check back with us in a bit. Yo, that was wild. All right, me and the wifey gotta take a walk. Look at. Forgot to pull the dang kickstart off. I just showed you guys. I showed you the bolt was broke, but you didn't freaking remind me. I got all excited like a little kid in the candy store. All right, well, that's probably it for this week, guys. There'll definitely be another episode on this thing. She didn't turn out too bad for pulling out of the barn. I appreciate y'all watching. If you're not subscribed, go subscribe. Smash that thumbs, you know, the like button. And leave me a comment. Let me know if you want more stuff like this, or don't forget, we got a Stingray and an RS Camaro. You better make sure you guys come back weekly to see what we're up to next week. Love y'all. I didn't rip your yard up too bad, baby. Floofy cat. He's the one who's gonna find the kickstart. He's gonna get mad at us because he don't get to go run free today. Come on, buddy, we gotta go find this kickstart. They're not easy to find. It's like a fossil. No, come on. Because I'm just gonna lay here, Ma. All right, goodbye, bye, Loki. We'll see you in a bit. Meow. Come on, buddy. I didn't rip the field up too bad. Don't tell her, fellers. A couple lines here and there. They blend in with the bald spots. Dude's so lazy when he don't get his way. What we doing, buddy? Throwing a fit? Oh, you big old blockhead, huh? He's just a kitten, huh? He's just a baby. He just turned 1. He's still growing.
One eternity later.
Eternity later. We're still looking. What? I sort of briefly checked on the 4-wheeler. She did, fellas. I lost the socket. We walked this field 100 times. She walked it 250,000 times with a magnet. Could not find it. Saved my life. She couldn't find it. Nobody else could find it. And so she ordered me a new one. It was like freaking 14 bucks for one socket. But I mean, I wanted to have a complete kit. No sooner did my new socket come in, we went out to start that Jeep. Hey, go back and watch. That was like my first video I ever made. Will that Jeep run? We did a burnout with it. But either way, we went back to start that Jeep, and boom, would you know it was sitting in the battery tray the whole time. Yeah, my bad. I think we're on like lap 4. The shepherd's still with us. The wife, she's still here. We still don't have no kickstart. Be smart, people.
Paint your tools bright colors.
Paint your kickstarts bright pink. I'm in trouble now. Well, how many laps did we do?
It was like 4.
4 laps and it's on the straightaway? Are you kidding me? Oh, babe, they got us. Woo! Oh, right off the beaten path.
Right here, right up, right straight on. I'm surprised I didn't see it fall off.
Oh, man. She wins. We sure ain't gonna let that happen again. This can's been in the cupboard for I don't even know how long, guys. Never throw your stuff out, it'll last. Yeah, that'll be much easier to find, huh? And it's yellow, it matches the freaking quad. I should have painted some more stuff. I'm sorry if I'm making you dizzy. I'm sort of getting dizzy here myself, I'm not gonna lie. Well, maybe I'm getting dizzy because I forgot to wear a mask. I don't freaking know. Oh, it'll be fine. Oh, look, I missed the spot. Oh, that's thick. All right. Yeah, that's way better. Like I said, I'm sorry if I made you guys dizzy. But that's gonna be way easier to find in the field. I didn't have pink spray paint. I used it all on freaking the daughter's projects. Workout. I'm dead. It in me, babe.
I was gonna say, I ain't even gonna offer.
You hit the button on top of the camera. I don't know how well that was. My freaking arm's falling off. She's a ripper, man. She's definitely got a bad head gasket. You gotta keep her just about full bore. She got a little bit of an oil leak. I think the shifter might have been, when this popped off at one point, I bet you it might have bent that shifter down. I'm not 100%. She's not pouring oil out or nothing, but then again, it could just be all the overspray up from the chain when I lubed it. Woo! All right, guys, I am tired. I haven't rode a two-stroke like that in, I don't know, 15 years.